Let's see 10 of my personal favorite city building games that are upcoming in 2021. Pharaoh: A New Era is the remake of Pharaoh, a game released 21 years ago. Pharaoh is a city builder which takes the player in the ancient Egypt, giving him the task of building a thriving city on the Valley of Nile. The task won't be an easy one. The player has to deal with floods and attacks from enemies, manage the city layout to attain the happiness of its inhabitants, while pleasing the gods by building temples to gain their favor. Viking City Builder. This is a real-time that combines city building as well, and is set for release in 2021. This game is one of the few city building games featuring the Norse culture. In Viking City Builder, you have to build a Viking city, manage your citizens, grow your economy, and ultimately fortify it against European invaders, but you also have to wage war and defend against your enemies. Fata Deum is a god game, one of the very few god games that are being developed lately. The god games genre is scarce, but the overall quality of the games is really high. Fata Deum has managed to raise over 59,000 euros through Kickstarter for their project. In Fata Deum, you must help your followers expand their villages, strengthen their position on the map, use godly spells to tender them, or wage war over other gods, and ultimately win the hearts and minds of all humans on the map. Against the Storm is a city builder game where the most dangerous enemy is the everlasting rain. You have to rebuild your city on the ruins of a forgotten civilization and develop technologies to improve the well-being of your civilization. There is a bit of a complexity though in Against the Storm, because there are 3 different races of inhabitants with different needs and skills. It's gonna be harder than usually. I tried it in the demo and to my shame I failed. Manor Lords is said to be the most realistic medieval city building game ever released, aiming to combine city building with real-time strategy. It features realistic city planning, fortifications, units on walls, gunpowder, siege engines, realistic battles with large-scale unit formations, morale and flanking, fatigue and weather. The game seems to have it all. I think it's the second game that after Stronghold Warlords that I look forward to play this year really badly, and I think it does have a lot from the Stronghold series, because you can build a castle, you can manage an economy, you can put units on the walls and so on, and these are features mainly found in the Stronghold series. Distant Kingdoms is a medieval city building game that is set in a fantasy world where everything is possible. There are 4 different races: the humans, dwarves, elves, and orcs. Distant Kingdoms offers a far more complex gameplay because it allows the player to customize races, create events and quests, and increase the social status of the citizens. Aztec Empire. This is one of the few, and as far as I'm concerned, the only city building game that covers the Aztec civilization. In Aztec Empire, the action takes place between the 13th and 16th century. The player is responsible for the development of Tenochtitlan city, the renowned city that was built on Lake Island, which was pretty much a marvel of architecture for that time. Diplomacy is not an option. This is a survival city building game set in a fantasy medieval age. You have to build a city, expand it, develop resource production, and fortify everything, because hordes of enemies made of scary monsters and crowds of rebellious peasants will threaten your city, and you must defend. Builders of Egypt is an economic city-building game set in the ancient Egypt. The player must manage the economy of the city, build temples, pyramids, and expand on the valley of the Nile. However, this won't be an easy task. Diplomacy, politics, religion, and trade play an important role on the city development, and without the right balance, the city may fall in the chaos of civil riots. Ancient Cities. I was hoping that the game would have been released this year, but it looks like the development process still needs more time. But guys, this city building has kept the community on hold for more than over 2 years. After a successful Kickstarter and Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign, the closed alpha has launched. So we have some good news, with the backers receiving exclusive access to the game. Ancient Cities is one of the most promising city building games in the past few years. Combining both survival and city building elements, Ancient Cities is set in the ancient times. The player starts with a nomadic tribe and has to manage resources, increase population, improve technologies, and build a sustainable city, all this while it has to survive the many perils of the time. Thank you for watching, guys. If you think that another city building game that is going to be released in 2021 should be on this list and it's not, then leave a comment and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm heading for 1 million subscribers.